everyone, it's Amanda. Happy New Year, and today I'm going to be doing my January TBR and an exciting read-along announcement. I'm very excited for January. January is my birth month and I'm a Capricorn, so it's a Capricorn season. I'm very excited to be turning 25. Wow, quarter life crisis is all I have to say about that, but I have a very good TBR for y'all today and a very exciting read-along that I'm really excited for, and I hope that you guys are too. So I'm going to start off with that. We are going to be reading Outlander, and we're going to be reading the first 3 books for this read along. We're going to be reading a book every 2 months, so this one starts January 1st and goes through February 28th, and then we'll have a live show about it in like the beginning of March or so. I'm doing this with my friends Christine from the Movies Digest, M from M Reads Romance, and Rye from Rye's Reading Corner, and we're so excited. We have a Discord linked below. Definitely go check that out. This one's an epic love story. I'm sure you've heard of it. I've been wanting to read this for a very long time. I started the show a while ago and I just put it down because I wanted to read the book. It has such a good plot and I'm just really excited to read it. It's such a staple love story, I feel like. Then in terms of new releases that I don't own, I'm definitely reading Scarred by Emily McIntyre. That is the second book in her Never After series, and the first one is Hooked. If you didn't know, that's a story that follows Hook and then he's the villain that gets the girl. It's the same kind of premise for this one, except we're following Scar from The Lion King. I mean, I'm just really excited for this because I haven't read any like Lion King kind of retellings, and Scar is one of my favorite villains. So I'm very excited to see how she takes this. Basically, she's taking a twist on royalty where the villain, it gets the girl, right? So I'm very excited for it. I cannot wait. I'm hoping that Brooke is still down to buddy read it with me like we did Hooked. And then we have the Sugar and Spice book club pick, which is going to be Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. It is our January pick and it follows a woman who just got out of prison, and she has a daughter that she left behind and she wants to kind of reconnect with her, but the town and the community does not want her to, except for this guy that owns a bar in town. So I'm excited to see what secrets lie in the ending and stuff like that, because Colleen always delivers on a good twisty ending. At least that's what I'm hoping for in this one. So I can't wait. Hopefully you guys will join us. I'll put that Discord down below as well. Next, I want to read the Grip series by Kennedy Ryan. So I did the 12 books recommended by 12 friends challenge on Instagram, and my friend Brooke recommended these ones. Thankfully, I already owned them. I already really want to read them. So I think it would be a great way to start off the year with another Kennedy Ryan series. This one follows a musician and then his manager is the one where they have some history, and the history of them is in this first novella where I think they either had like a one-night stand or maybe they dated really briefly, but basically they fell in love and then now they have to be in a working relationship. And I've heard that it's really good, really emotional, and I'm just really excited because Kennedy Ryan always is a win for me. Next we have Marriage for One by Ella Maise. This one is a grumpy hero marriage of convenience story where the heroine starts falling for the guy Jack, and I'm very excited to read this one. I've seen it on a lot of people's favorites list for 2021. I'm just feeling a marriage of convenience plot. I just love fake dating and marriage of convenience. It's just such a good trope. Next we have Pucked by Helena Hunting. This one is just one that I added in for a fun read. I feel like I want to start adding in like a fun sports romance every month. So this one's what I chose for this month. It's a hockey romance with a very typical plot for college romances. Basically, the main character has a one-night stand with this player, the captain of the hockey team, and her brother is on the hockey team as well. So it's complicated, and also she knows that this guy has a reputation, but of course she starts to catch feelings even though she does not want to. She wants nothing to do with it. And I also just love this cover. I don't know what it is about it. It's probably the arm, but I just love the color scheme. It looks so sports romancy. Next we have Traitor Queen by Danielle, Jensen. My copy's in the living room and I am not going to go grab it, so I'll put up the cover here. But this one's the second book in the Bridge Kingdom series, and I started that series just in December. I absolutely loved the first book so much and it left off on a cliffhanger, so I'm really looking forward to finding out where it goes. And then the third book comes out this year, so it couldn't be better timing for me to read this series and for you too as well. The first one follows an enemies to lovers plot where this girl marries a king of another kingdom in order to expose his secrets to her own father, but while she's there she realizes maybe her father's in the wrong. It was just stunning. The setting is beautiful. beautiful. It's this world that's very different from anything I've read before. We also have a discussion on Bridge Kingdom coming up soon for the Fan Series book club. I am just really looking forward to seeing where their story goes and seeing how their romance develops a little bit more, because the ending, I just really want to talk about this with y'all. And then on the same kind of note, I'd love to pick up Deal with the Elf King. This one I just want to pick up because I realized I should be picking up a fantasy romance every single month, because Bridge Kingdom made me realize that I just love fantasy romance so much. And why did I stop reading it? That was the question. And I have been awakened once more to fantasy romance, so I definitely want to pick up this one. I've seen it on a lot of people's recommendations list, and it reminds me a little bit of The Cruel Prince. It has a similar vibe. Basically, a human gets taken by a fae king and she has to marry him, and so she has these two worlds colliding, her human world and then the fae world. And I'm just looking forward to some more fae because I haven't read fae in a while, and my expectations for this one are pretty low. I've heard some people give it middle of the road reviews, so it's not too high. I just want a really fun time in a fantasy world. So those were all the romances, but I do have a couple of genres that I want to dabble into this month. So the first one is going to be manga. It's one of my goals this year to read a little bit more manga, and this one's a highly rated one on BookTube. This is a sci-fi romance that takes place in high school, and this girl gets a letter from her future self. They did 10 years in the future, I think, and it's telling her that she needs to watch over this boy in her class. I heard that it's just a good time, and I'm really excited to get into more manga this year because the only ones that I've read in 2021 were Junji Ito and then Sweat and Soap. So I definitely am not seasoned in manga, but I want to read more in like the romance manga category. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. Then we have Bunny by Mona Awad. This one's very out of my comfort zone, but I've seen it all over YouTube, so I decided I'm going to read it, and I think that I might like it. And it has a similar vibe to the next book that I have on my list as well. It's in an academic kind of setting, and this girl gets involved with this clique called the Bunnies, and they're really mysterious, and they all refer to themselves as like the third person or something. I've just heard it's really weird and kooky. I'm excited for it because I love Rory Power, and I feel like it has similar vibes to her kind of weird stories. And then I also have another academic type setting, the Atlas 6. This one's a dark academia, which never really goes well for me, but my friend Sasha ended up loving this one, and she hated The Secret History like I do. So I think I might like this one as well. It follows 6 characters, and I think there's a secret society that they have to get into in order to maintain wealth and power. The typical stuff, but I've heard good things about this one, so I'm excited to check it out for myself. Then lastly, we have The Vanishing Half by Bennett. This is the Whiners book club pick this month, and it's very critically acclaimed, so I'm really looking forward to it. It follows 2 black women that are living completely different lives. I have heard amazing things about it, and I'm ready to read it. It's kind of out of my comfort zone a little bit because it is literary fiction, which I do read a few per year. So this one's gonna be one this year. But that completes my TBR for this January. I will link the Outlander Readalong Discord down below, as well as the Sugar and Spice Discord to discuss Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. And yeah, let me know what book you're most excited to read in January. Be sure to like this video and subscribe down below for more bookish content. I hope you have a great first week. I will see you on my next video. Bye guys!